Hey guys, welcome back to another computer application tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to now be looking at question 3 of the Prelim 2021. Be right back. Alright guys, so we are going to be looking at question 3 and it is about Excel. So let's jump straight in. It says we need to open the 3 airline spreadsheet that contains data about employees working at an airline and work in the data worksheet. Okay, so let's go and open that up quickly. So here, 3 airlines. And the question says we need to work in the data. There is only the data, so we're good to go. Right, first question wants us to rename the data worksheet to employee data and change the tab color to any color of your choice. So employee data, I'm just going to double click on the tab and say employee data, and then I'm going to right click, go to tab color, and then pick a color that I like. Alright, there we go. It is blue now. You might not see it perfectly, but you'll see there's a slight shade at the bottom that has been done. Alright, next one, 3.2 says that we need to make the following changes to row 1. Again, because it's bulleted, we're going to do one bullet at a time. So let us see. The first bullet says that we need to merge and center cells A1 to N1. So what I'm going to do is select all the cells from A1 right through to N1, and then I'm going to merge and center. Alright, so that was the first bullet. The next bullet says we need to shade the merge cell with one shade lighter as the color of the cells in row 2. Okay, so let us do that. Now, before I decide what shade I'm going to color this in, I need to go and see here in row 2 what this shade is, because I need to go one shade lighter. So I select this, go into my fill, and over here you can see it's the third one, and it is called blue accent 1 lighter 40. I need to go to blue accent 1 lighter 60. So I click on that cell, go in, and there I go to blue accent 1 lighter 60. And then the last thing, it says that I need to add the heading Riverland Airport. Okay, Riverland Airport. Alright, now we're looking at 3.3, and it says I need to use a spreadsheet feature in row 2 to allow the data to appear over 2 lines. So if we have a look here at row 2, we'll see that in some cases it seems like the writing is disappearing, right? And they want it over 2 lines. So the feature we need to use is over here, wrap text, and there it is over 2 lines. Right, 3.4 now wants us to insert a function in cell F3 to determine the current age of the employee on 31st December of the current year. Right, that might seem like a strange way to ask this calculation. Why would they say on the 31st of December? That's because they don't care about which day exactly that this person was born and what age they would be exactly within the year. So if they were born in the beginning of the year, in that specific year they'll be the same age, and if they were born at the end of the year, it would be the same age. So that is why they said that they don't care on the exact date. We're looking just for the years. So that actually makes it a lot easier. So if we go here to the F3 that they want us to put the formula in, what we're going to do is we're going to use the year function. I'm going to open up the bracket and I'm going to put today's date. So I'm going to say today and open up the brackets and close them. I'm going to push enter. So you're going to see now it puts today's year in there, 2021. So what I'm going to do now is to this function I'm going to subtract 1975, and that will actually give me the age of the individual. Now it doesn't matter when he or she was born, by the 31st of December that would still be their age. Alright, so inside the formula here I'm just going to say minus and then click on the year that they were born, enter, and this individual is 46. Alright, so if they were born beginning of the year, that's great. If they were born on the 31st of December this year, this person would still be 46, which is what they were saying and why it seemed a bit strange to add that into the question, but they were just asking you to calculate this using the years. Alright, so that was pretty easy, straightforward, and that was 3 marks. Alright, now we're going to get to one that is a bit more complex, and 3.5, it says the year of birth of an employee appears in column E. So we saw that because that's what we used in the previous question. In column G is the birthday in format DDMM. So let's go look at that first quickly before we carry on reading the question. So there's the year that they mentioned in column E, and in column G we have the birth date in DDMM. So we've got the day first, so this is the 18th of March in this case. So that is the column G with the birth date that they were born on. So let us read the rest of the question and see what they want us to do. Now it says insert a date function in combination with other functions in cell H3 to display the birth date of an employee in the format YYYY, MM, and DD. So they want the year, then they want the month as 2-digit number, and they want the day as a 2-digit number. Alright, then it says ensure that the birth date is in a date format. Alright, so what we need to understand, this function that they want us to use, the one that says equals date, all it does is it gets the number for year, it then gets the number for month, and then the number for day, and it will automatically put it into a date. So for example, if this is the year, I can click on the year, it puts E3 in. If I don't have the month yet, I just know it's 3, so let me just put a 3 there, comma, and I know the day is the 18th. Now I'm typing this in, but we're going to change it. If I push enter, there we go. That is exactly what we want, but we need to get the 18 and the 3 from this cell. Now this here, if you look at the top here, is text. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some string handling to pull out the 3 first from the right and the 18 from the left. Now I'm mentioning right and left, so automatically what should go off in your mind is, aha, we're going to use the left function and the right function to get these values out. So we can use building blocks, or we can type it in as we go. So right here, I need to get this 3 from this cell over here. The 3 is on the right hand side, so I'm going to say right, open up my bracket for right, then I'm going to click on the text, comma. Now the problem with this is that in the second date here, you'll see it's 2 digits. In the first date, it only wants 1 digit. So I need the computer to read the text and automatically knows which value it's going to use, whether it uses the 1 or the 2. So I'm going to get it to find the length of my text, and I'm going to get it to subtract the space from G3. And what that's going to do is it's going to go to the right in that text, it's going to find the length, in this case 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 4 there, minus wherever the space is. So the space is at position 3, and the answer is going to be 1. So it's just going to take that one figure there. In this case here, if we look at 1, 2, 3, 4, the space is at number 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2, so it will take the 1 and the 2 for the 12. Alright, so let's make sure that this is all closed. There we go, and I'm going to push enter, and you will see that the 3 has been taken out. Now we're going to do the same thing for the 18. So let me remove the actual 18. So we want to get this from the left, so we're going to say left, open up a bracket. The text we're looking for is here, comma. Now we can't say 2 because in this case it's 2, but there it's only 1. So we need to do a similar thing. So I'm going to say find the space within this text, and then I'm going to say here minus 1. Alright, so the reason I do that, let's have a look here. So I'm going to go find the space. So there's the space is at 2, minus 1, it will only take one integer, which is great. In this case, the space is at 3, minus 1 is 2, so it will just take the 1 and the 8. Alright, so the bracket is open there, find left, and I need to just close the bracket at the end. Alright, enter, and there we go. Now you see the 18 as well as the 3 have been taken from this text using string handling. You can take this and create a block building technique where you would do the month first and then the day over there, and then just use that in your final calculation. But that's basically it. Alright, so that was quite a tough one, but if you think it through, not too bad. Okay, so 3.6 now says that an employee qualifies for a promotion if he or she has traveled more than 10 times. The number of times that each employee has traveled is displayed in column M. Insert a function in column N3 to determine if an employee qualifies for promotion. Display yes if they do, and leave the cell empty if they don't. Right, first important thing, when we get here and it says more than 10, that does not include the 10. So we do not say greater than equal, we'll just say greater than 10. So that's one thing to remember. And then at the bottom here it says display yes if they do, and then leave it empty if they don't. You're going to see this is going to be the easiest 5 marks that you could get in this question. So over here we're going to start off by saying equals, and the function we're using is if. The logic is if this is greater than 10. Remember, they didn't include it, so you do not say equal to 10, just greater than 10, comma. If it does, they said we want to put in yes, and if it doesn't, just the quotation marks like that, it means it's empty. And there we go, that's yes. When I copy this down, you'll see over here this one is 10, and that did not say yes because it does not include the 10. Alright, so up to now we have done 21 marks, and that is it for question 3. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again at the next video. Bye for now.